Good morning all. I'm up very early this morning at 6:30 in the hope that I can catch a sunrise. It's due at 6:58 I think, so I wanted to get up, but it's looking a little bit misty over there. Obviously it's going to rise over there. Our house is down there. Darren's still in bed, which is a really sensible thing to do, and I've got up and dressed into nice warm clothes because it was a bit fresh this morning, and I still forgot to put on my trainers, so I'm still wearing my pink Crocs. And as you can see, I look wide awake. I'm absolutely knackered. It was such a rough night, as they all have been, to be fair. But last night was particularly bad because the car that we are so generously lent every time we come over here, the alarm keeps going off for absolutely no reason. We thought it was possibly because of when cars go past, we thought that set it off. But last night at 1 o'clock, and then about just as we were dropping off, at another 20 minutes later it went off, and then later than that, I don't know, possibly 4 o'clock, it went off again. So we seem to be waking every couple of hours because the night before was similar. Yeah, so knackered. But you know, it doesn't matter. We've got all day. This is our last full day at the house. We haven't really achieved much this week, which is a shame, but we've had to do quite a bit of faffing around and things taking a bit longer than you expect them to, and to be fair, I kind of forgotten how long things can take to do, so yeah, it's been a bit frustrating, but I think that's Bulgaria, you know, when you've got to do anything official, or when you're trying to do any kind of DIY. You know, you try to fix a problem and then you usually find another problem, or you create another problem. That seems to be the general pattern. I haven't been able to get up and do much walking. Well, it's not that I haven't been able to, just I've been sleeping till 8 in the morning because we've been having such shitty nights. So by then it's fairly warm, but right now it's lovely and cool, really cool, so cool that I need a sweatshirt. So, but I've still got my Crocs on. They're not actually that comfortable compared to my Crocs at home, or in the UK I should say, but I just keep forgetting to change them. Anyway, I'm not going to walk very far. That sun is about, let me have a look what time it is, in about 13 minutes, 14 minutes or so, it's going to appear, so I'll come back then. Sun's still not appeared yet. Clouds are getting that lovely pink tinge. There's not a lot of clouds, unfortunately, which is a shame, because the clouds really do make a decent sunrise. You can see the mountains over there. I think they're the Rhodopes. We looked on a map yesterday which showed the mountains in 3D, which is pretty cool. And we're kind of sandwiched between the Rhodopes and the Staraplanina mountains, which means when we're on this side of the village we can see the Rhodopes, and when we're on the other side of the village we can see Staraplanina, and at some parts we can see them both at the same time. So this over here was or still is a lavender field, but obviously they've cut all the lavender. It's really something when you walk past it, and there are a couple of others down there. This sunrise is proving to be not so good. which is a shame because I got up especially early after a knackering night. But let's wait for the sun to come over there, I think. 1 minute to go. Oh, it's like waiting for paint to dry, quite honestly. And yet, when you get a sunset, it goes down so quickly. It's incredible. So today, I think what we're going to do is try and clear the rest of the garden that we wanted to do, and basically tidy up. Oh, it's bloody freezing now. Just standing here waiting for this sunrise. It's been a bit of a disappointment. I wish I stayed in bed now. Never mind. Trouble is, you just never know. I mean, when we used to live in Orjehovica on the other side of Stara Zagora, the sunrises were spectacular. I mean, obviously not every single one, but I used to get up and walk the dogs, and because it was quite a hilly, tree area, it would just be so amazing. You know, you'd have violets and pinks and orange, and it was just stunning. There's not a lot, well, I say there's not a lot around here. There is. And I guess it just depends which part of the village you're in. Oh my god, my hair has fluffed up since I come out because of the humidity this morning, because of the mist. Yeah, I couldn't dry it. I didn't bring a hairdryer, and I haven't got a hairdryer, so I went to bed with damp hair last night. But, yeah, I'm just glad it's washed because it was manky after wearing hats and other things to keep the heat off my head. Here it comes. I'm sure it's coming. Just over that hill. Yeah, come on. Come on, sunshine. Here comes the sun. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Here comes the sun. It's alright. Yeah, I'm not known for knowing the lyrics of songs in the correct order or even the correct words, and a lot of the time I make up my own songs, so I might know the actual tune, but the words, I don't remember them very well. Got worse as I've got older. I remember when I was a kid, I used to always learn all the songs to Madness and the Specials and Bad Manners, because that's what I was into. I was a bit of a skinhead, didn't have all this. No, used to have it all shaven off. Here it comes. Right, I'm going to switch to the other camera. Oh, some birds. I love the birds. Okay. There we go. There's the very top. Little darling. Do-do-do. No, I'm not going to sing. Shh. All the little birds are waking up and flying over. See you later, folks. Have a good day. Hope the sun's shining where you are. So we've been trying to clear the garden this week. Got some nice pears on the tree. They really have struggled this year, and obviously they haven't been tended to for a while. So we've got quite a lot of tree lopping to do. We've got some lovely black grapes. We thought they were going to be white, but they're black seeded, I should say. They're pretty tasty. I've had some. Everything's overgrown. This is the side of the garage. Really overgrown. And then this tree here has gone mental, basically. Don't know what it is, but it has massive leaves. this entire area in front of the gate. You couldn't even see it. You couldn't see the gate at all because it was covered in these big leaves, as you can see there. I mean, they are ginormous. Look at my hand. And it just seemed to have seeded from the main tree, which is out there. Now Darren has managed to find a handy old saw, and it does seem to be cutting down these trunks. So we definitely need to get these out. Apart from the fact we couldn't see the gate, but now we can, and what a lovely gate it is. So, I mean, most of them have actually been cut with just a pair of pruners, believe it or not. Whoa, timber! Yeah, they are huge. You can see what we cut down. Oh yeah. Wow. And I think they've just seeded themselves into our garden. So we're going to have to keep an eye on that.
Yeah, it's huge.
Yeah. There you go, good job, it's soft. Love this old gate. Amazing. So this part of the garden is where I'm hoping to have my salad and fruit and vegetable garden. I think, and I got quite excited about this, I think there might be gooseberry just over in there. I'm hoping so. Bless you. It's better than some of the stores you can buy in the DIY shops. Now look how clear it is. Ooh, now I can explore. Gooseberries is my best guess. Please tell me these are gooseberries. Which obviously need a lot of care. Can't see any on there. No, can't see any. So I need some tips, people. Do I need to cut these right back? Obviously they're very prickly.
Yeah.
Our builder's here, so ciao ciao for now. So I've just been clearing at the side of the garage where the grapevines are. Clearing all this down, and I think, but again, correct me if I'm wrong, but are these olives? These olive bushes? I have to say they are really, really deadly. They're really prickly. Look at the spikes on there. And one did get me. Bloody sharp. That's the only fruit I can see there. So, I mean, that would be great if it was olives. I don't know. I know what they look like, obviously, but I don't know what olive trees look like or olive bushes. So, if anyone can confirm whether these are olives. We cut the lower branches off the persimmon, which is in full fruit at the moment, but not ready to eat. But we won't be here possibly when it is ready to eat, and we know that there's plenty of birds will enjoy those. Then we've got quite a lot of roses, 3 apple trees here. Again, are full. Some lovely apples there. Look like Granny Smith's. And these, I think they're starting to get a rosy tint on them. Rosy tint. And then we've got some, I don't really do fruit, I don't eat fruit, but they look like peach. I did taste one, and it was really tasty, I have to say. Really delicious, so I think I might pick that one. hopefully. Oh, unfortunately it's spoiled, that's a shame. But yeah, really delicious. Nice. But obviously I will definitely be making some jams and things when we're living here. There's a load more over there. Darren cut the grass yesterday and we're in the process of getting rid of these long weeds. I assume they're weeds. Just everywhere. Darren's just fixed that drainage from the summer kitchen wall, the guttering. We noticed yesterday when it was raining that the water was all going onto the wall and just all dripping down, and it's damaged the wall, so Darren has cleaned out what was on the top, which is all in that bucket, and hopefully now it can free flow. There's a hole up in there for it to free flow out to the other side, to the front of the garden, to the front of the house. Oh, didn't ever notice that before. That painting. We're finding all sorts of things because we're not here long enough to really discover and not really start making any clearance. There's loads of logs under there, which I'm very grateful for, logs and wood. We've had a bit of a clear up in the summer kitchen. Now this is going to be our gym eventually, so we're going to knock that window there is going to be made into patio doors. And then this one we'll probably block up, this door, but we're thinking of putting water storage tanks in here so that if the water goes off we've always got some water available, and then it can go straight into the house obviously. So that's one idea we're thinking of doing. Yeah, we've got oleander. I discovered the other day that this is oleander. No idea how to care for it. Something I'm going to have to look into and learn. But it's made a difference, you know, it's just opened it up a bit by taking down some of the lower branches of these trees. So you can actually walk around the paths and not get your hair caught in it. And look at all the fruit on there. Tons. And we've got this here, which I think is valerian, possibly. These little like crocusy things, bulbs underneath the ground coming through now. I mean, it's what, 14th of September, and I don't know anything about plants, but maybe someone can help with that, identify that. And then there's these. What are these? And that was just coming out of a bulb, look. And there's more shoots. And there's loads of these. All growing, they're in the grass, well, not the grass, but outside the border as well. Loads over here. What are they? Can somebody tell me? And then there's this sickly tree here, no idea what it is, but we think it's probably past its best and it'll have to be chopped down, which is a real shame. Now in this centrepiece, underneath this jug, is a tap. Obviously we can attach a hose to it and water the garden. This village doesn't seem to have a water regime, but obviously we do have to think about the future and what we're going to do if there isn't any water. So this pile here is what we've cut from the front garden. We've taken down some tree branches to thin them out a bit, and then all the rest. So it's taken probably the best part of 2 days. Yeah, it's quite a lot. That's just for the front garden, essentially. Look at that sad-looking pear. Darren's just brought me a perfect peach from our peach tree. I should try that later. And then this is another peach tree, I think. Not sure. It's very low to the ground. Oh, maybe it's a cherry. I don't know. I'm no good with fruit and veg. And we've got this huge pear. I mean, that is a huge pear, but the pear tree itself isn't huge and it doesn't actually have a lot of pears on it, but there are quite a lot on the ground. Some of those branches need to come off that, don't they? I might do that now. You can see we thinned out the lilac, so now it just looks like one sort of strand of trees. The medlar, you can see a bit better now. That's another lilac. That's the persimmon there, which is looking really much nicer shape and thinned out. There's all the custard apple persimmons. They're going to probably be left to the field fair. They're going to enjoy them. There's another medlar pear. Hibiscus we've cut back today, just looking neater. And that's the peach tree. Where'd Aaron got this from? I think that needs thinning out a bit as well. Yeah, we have some raspberry canes. Well, we think they're raspberry canes anyway. They may not be. Don't know if they're going to do anything. Yeah, we shall watch and see. And hopefully they will. And obviously the grapevine, which is going mental there, with the black seeded grapes. And we're washing out. Last lot before we go home. I don't want to say home though, because this feels more like home to me. There's Darren.